Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another DIY. Um, it's been a while. Had um, busy with family, work, projects, all of that good stuff. So it's been a while since I've recorded anything about my fourth gen Maximin. But yeah, so today we are replacing the um, receiver dryer. I also replaced the one of the short AC lines because this one was all twisted and pinched and all of that stuff. Um, and all that good stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Um, we have the receiver driver here. This is actually an old one. So if you look closely, this is what I made the mistake of doing. Before we get to that, I had the little 10 millimeter um, screws, as you can see right there. And I had my Milwaukee ratchet that's in my toolbox. And so when I would tighten down on it, I would use my Milwaukee ratchet and tighten down on it. That's where I made the mistake. So when because when I did that, the connections, held for a little bit. I took it on a test drive yesterday and then got to a place where we went out to eat and it started leaking. It created, pressure. And I think that's because these threads, were warped. And as you can see they're warped pretty good. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Especially this one. So what I went and got a new receiver dryer, and so what I did was I replaced this line, which is also this is the old line. I replaced that. Went to the junkyard, got it for like $7, and so I put it on there, and what was it? So I put this screw in, and I tightened down on it with my hand. To make sure that it went all the way down. And it went all the way down just with my hand. I tightened it all the way down till I couldn't tighten it no more. And then I used my ratchet. Just get at least one more good turn out of it. So yeah, I did that. And also before I actually put the like this connection into the receiver dryer, um, I put some of this gasket maker, which is this stuff right here, RTV silicone gasket maker, um, around so that it could, hold any pressure anymore, because the pressure gets up to about 120 psi. So yeah, I did that, and when I say the screws went off in there perfectly, they went off in there perfectly. I didn't have to worry about them when I did it with my hand. I didn't have to worry about them going in at an angle or anything like that. So once I did that, I let the silicone dry and all of that, and I also replaced the O-rings that are on both lines. The line going in, so the line going in, because uh, there's I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. You can see right there. It says in. Yeah, it says in. So the line that goes in is the line that's coming from the condenser. So you got it from the condenser going into the receiver drive, and then it doesn't have it labeled out, but it's self-explanatory. So if that's in, that's out. So the line going out is the line that goes up under the battery. So yeah, I did that. Tightened down on both of them with my hand. Then tightened down. Got one more turn out of it with my ratchet, and they fit perfectly. So one thing I wanted to check to see that happened The reason why, I ended up having to replace it was that, the pressure. So I wanted to test the pressure. But, I don't want to test the pressure or see if there's a leak, and waste expensive Freon. This is not somewhat expensive, but these used to be $5 at Walmart. Now they're like $9. Anyways, I was trying to figure out an idea how to test the pressure. So, this is what I did. So you got your gauges, right? Got your low side. You got your high side, your low side, and then the yellow line that goes, basically this part right here connects to this part right here, and then on the bottom of this, on the bottom of this part, not this part, but this part, that part goes into the Freon can, and then put install your Freon or whatever. So this is what I did. I got my compressor, right? See my compressor back there. Got your connection. So I end up putting, I can't even tell you what size it is, but it's your normal, I think it's like 3/4. You know what? Let me check and see. No, it's 1/4. Um, this at least that's the hose. So here it is right here. Wait, yeah. So 1/4 inch connection. This, let's see. This was one piece, and then this and that. These two were one piece. So I screwed those together, put them in with this, and then I basically did it just like that, right? So you got this, you got this, and this connected with this connected to this. And so this is, once you connect all of that, you get your pressure. And once you open up your gauges, then it can feed air inside the lines, all over the, lines and all of that, all over here, right? And so you'll see this go up. I got it as far as, it went up all the way up to like 350 or whatever. So I got it up to there. And so what I did was get it up to there, and then I closed both sides and just let it hold at 120. That's how you can tell if there's a leak. So where this vacuum comes into play is releasing all the moisture. As far as leaks, I'm good there because, like I said, I put 120 psi, close the valves, and if there were a leak, it will come out. And then sometimes a leak can be so small you can't even hear it. You can't even hear it because it's so small. So if you put the vacuum on, like they say, put the vacuum on for about 2-3 hours. Then what you want to do is turn the, once you put the vacuum on, let it run for about 2 to 3 hours with your gauges open. And then after the 2 or 3 hours, you close your gauges first. Close them both sides all the way down, and then you can turn your vacuum off. And so you can see the vacuum is creating a negative pressure, like a negative 30. So before I replaced it with this, it seemed like it was holding until I closed the gauges, turned the vacuum off, and then waited about 45 minutes, and then that would move. That's if it's airtight, this is not going to move, but it moved. So that's how I determined that there was a leak. So you can't see that there's a leak with the vacuum. You can see that there's a leak with um, you can see that there's a leak with the pressure. This vacuum is sucking. You want pressure. So that's where this and all of that stuff came into place. So created the pressure, put the pressure in the lines, and I just got like a simple Lysol bottle and sprayed, and you can see bubbles forming like all around the connection and all of that stuff. So that's again what made me end up replacing it. So once I replaced it, you know, make sure I had everything airtight right there, my connections, blah blah blah, and use this, fed it through the lines, got it up to 120. Open these up, got it up to 120, closed them, disconnected the air supply, and I wanted to see if it would stay at 120, and it did. It did. So that's how I knew that I did not have a leak. So now that I know that I don't have a leak, that's why I'm vacuuming it I'm putting a vacuum on it to um, make sure that all the moisture is out before I put in the Freon. So yeah, don't make the mistake of using a electrical ratchet or a manual ratchet. Use your fingers first to put those two screws in, or else it will mess up the threads like I did. Um, but yeah, once I do that, I will come back with another video of you know it working. I have my thermometer so you guys can see when it starts blowing. That it's blowing cold. It was blowing cold yesterday until that leak popped up, and then it just went downhill. So I made sure that I got my connections airtight, all of that good stuff. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, please ask or whatever. Oh, and if anybody out there knows how much Freon to put into a fourth gen Maxima, please let me know. I don't have the thing on the hood. It's only a thing on the hood that tells you how much Freon your car takes, and I don't have that. Anyways, yeah, appreciate you looking at the video, and you guys take care.